So IMID basically stands for two things. One is in-motion identification, which is really the technology of what we do, but it's actually a play on word of IMID. So when you think about it, you have cards, you have phones, you have all those things that are used to identify you in different places. We believe that you're your base ID, your face, you're just your base ID.
Good morning, Mr. Barnett. You see that? No need for keys or cards, codes or fingerprints. The future of secure access solutions is happening now.
So one of the beauties of the technology or that FST developed is that it's software only. And software only makes it easy to integrate to pretty much any existing. We always say you never need to forklift or move your existing access control. All the buildings that we work with, we actually tie into the access control. So what IMID does is software that identifies you based on who you are versus the credentials that you carry. Once you put an IMID server, you connect it to the existing access control, and all we do is just say, hey, this is Caitlin, she's allowed into the building or not allowed into the building, and the access control says yes, she's allowed into the building and makes that decision and open the turnstile, open the door, same thing. And same thing for owners, for apartments or anything like that. They're like, okay, is this somebody who's supposed to be in the building, or is this somebody that is not supposed to be in the building and is using the building illegally, etc. So I think it's pretty clear. There's two things. One is, when I get off the train every day, there's this advertisement that says, I love knee pin, so said no one ever. And I think it's the same thing about your ID card, right? We all carry it because we have it, but I don't think anybody likes those ID cards, right? So it's one of those things that, think about it, you can never forget your ID, you never have the lines, so your guards are actually more efficient in the building greeting people versus having people come in and oh, I forgot my ID, I forgot my badge. And then you also as an owner, you actually know who is in the building versus who swiped into the building. Because if I give you this badge right now, you have access to this building. If I can't give you my face, right? So it's, or my credentials that are biometrics, which is something that I think is, makes it benefit. Users love it because it makes their life easier. Owners love it because they know who is in the building versus who swiped into the building. So I think the most unique part of it is what we spoke, that it's software only. So if you look at most products in the market that do biometrics today are hardware based, therefore they're pretty ugly. Not to insult anybody, but they're pretty. And what we do, because it's software, we work with off-the-shelf equipment. So putting this into a turnstile, retrofitting it into a door is very easy versus putting a lot of those bulky equipment that usually are out there. Also, the idea that it's software only, it makes that integration much easier, because today we live in a world where I always say there's no more hardware, there's hardware that is driven by software. So it makes the integration to existing system much easier. So in terms of development, the company started by a retired Major General in the Israeli military. And he left the military about 10 years ago and said, we do security wrong in life, right? We treat everybody guilty until proven innocent, and 99.99%, you can argue today a little bit less, but most people are innocent in the world, right? So let's treat the good guys good. Till then, most facial recognition technologies were focused on identifying the bad guys in the crowd or getting the suspect. And he said, let's change the paradigm and said, let's let the good guys walk in the way they should, and through that, stop somebody that is not allowed to be in. So think about the efficiencies that it creates in terms of time. In a building that you have 6,000 people in the morning, we just flow in, nobody is looking for the badge, and the good people get in, and people are not supposed to get in, can't take a card, can. So that was the idea behind the company. I hired a bunch of software engineers to basically come up with that concept, and that's how IMID was born really, and FST was born as a company. Said, okay, let's develop a product that will be the future of access control. We call it identity at the speed of life, right? So you get recognized, but you get recognized very quick. You don't have to show any credentials. And that's where it started. So it really started as let's make life more convenient, but more secure. So I think the more consumers adapt and the more products are out there for the consumer in this market, the more it will be accepted. So yeah, if you want to come see FST in action, come visit the BOMA Tech Bytes event on November 10th. This is next Friday, and it's in 330 West 34th Street. Beautiful building, beautiful lobby, and I'm sure we're going to have a great program. So looking forward to seeing you.